Sun Children begins by showing Ali and his three friends are seen removing a car tire at a shopping center. While in action, one of them, namely a bullfoss, was arrested by the security guard who was on guard. This prompted Ali and his two friends to free a bullfoss. They used crowbars to scare the security into releasing a bullfoss. The four young men survived the threat. After that, Ali headed to the station to meet Zara, a refugee girl from Afghanistan who is also a retailer on the train platform. There's no denying that they both like each other. Ali then persuades Zara to come with him and his three other friends on a picnic the next day. But Zara refuses Ali's invitation because she has to go to school and help her mother. Ali then took out a beautiful hairpin and gave it to Zara. He then leaves, leaving Zara, who looks happy to get the gift. After returning from the station, Ali was rushed to the mental hospital where his mother was being treated. The nurse did not allow him to enter at that time because the patient's visit time was over. Ali is asked to leave the hospital, but instead, he sneaks in to meet his mother. Ali's heart was broken when he saw his mother lying weak and in shackles. He promised to give his mother a decent house to live in. In the morning, Hashim, an old man, ordered his men to arrest Ali, who was caught stealing his pet birds. Ali tried to escape, but he was eventually caught and brought to Hashim. When Ali met Hashim, the old man did not show any anger at all. Hashim actually asked about his mother's condition, and then Ali answered that his mother was sick and he needed lodging so he could take care of his mother. Hashim then invited Ali to discuss and promised him a place to live, on the condition that Ali and his friends had to find a treasure located in the basement of the Sun School building. Sun School is a free school devoted to street children who have problems with life. However, before taking action, Ali and his three friends were required to register at the school first. The four children then went to an internet cafe to look for information related to gold. After seeing the photos posted on the internet, they were so enthusiastic about going to school so they could find the treasures that Hashim told them about. They then met the principal of Sun School and explained their arrival. The principal explained that registration had closed and the school's finances were difficult, so they could not attend school there. Instead, the principal intends to find another school to accommodate the four children. However, Ali insisted that he and his three friends be accepted as soon as possible. He did not even hesitate to bribe the principal with his money. Angry with Ali's audacity, the school principal ordered the security officers to get Ali and his friends out. Ali and his three friends tried to fight back and insisted on waiting outside to be accepted. Mr. Safi, the school teacher who witnessed the sincerity of Ali and his friends, was touched and recommended the four of them to attend Sun School. Previously, Mr. Safi asked about the personal lives of the four children. After that, Ali was excused to the restroom and sneaked into the basement. He then took some pictures of the room using his cell phone and handed the photos to Hashim. Hashim then gave an acid solution to be injected into the keyhole so that the basement lock could be opened. Ali then rushed to the school to carry out the initial task. Unexpectedly, he succeeded. Because he was late for class, Ali was then punished for his actions. He was asked by the teacher to solve the problem. Ali, who answered haphazardly, was then teased by his friends. One of them even made fun of his mother. Ali, who was annoyed and disapproved, then slashed his three friends when school was over. Because of his brutal behavior, Ali and his friends were expelled from school. Once again, Ali apologized and asked Mr. Safi to help them get back to school. The compassionate Mr. Safi agreed to this, but with an agreement that Ali and his friends could not make any more mistakes for a week. If this is not heeded, they will be expelled immediately. The scene switches to showing Ali, who is reunited with Zara on the train. Zara looked furious because Abulfaz, her younger brother, was invited by Ali to attend school only to participate in the search for this useless treasure. Zara then reminded Ali that if the principal found out about it, Zara and her family could be deported back to their country, Afghanistan. She then left Ali. Ali visits the hospital in the afternoon and intends to get his mother out. However, the hospital dismissed this because his mother's condition had not yet recovered. Ali is also not his mother's legal guardian, so he could not do that. Elsewhere, Ali meets Abulfaz and scolds him for revealing their secret to Zara. He urged Abulfaz to lie about the treasure. The next day, Ali was flabbergasted to see Zara coming to school. He originally thought she would tell Mr. Safi their secret. Unexpectedly, Zara only took a book that Abulfaz accidentally carried. Ali and his three friends start digging the basement room every break time arrives. When they saw another door blocking the excavation, they immediately smashed it and slithered to explore every passage inside. Ali and his three friends take turns using their study time to slowly dig into the basement, so their whereabouts are unknown. One day, Mr. Safar, the school custodian, heard the sound of Ali's hammer from upstairs. Reza, who knew about this, then came to Ali and asked him to stop the work. Another time, a teacher who happened to be on the phone in the basement saw a bullfuzz. He then interrogated him. The bullfuzz argued by saying that he looked for a ball that fell not far from there. While inspecting the basement, the teacher saw puffs of cigarette smoke. Knowing that Ali was the culprit, the teacher then slapped him. The next day, Ali, who was still upset about yesterday's incident, vented his emotions by digging into the basement even harder. The scene then switches and shows immigration officers running after Zara in a mall. Seeing this, Ali hit the immigration officer to release Zara. The two children then boarded the train and escaped the officer's pursuit. The next day, it was seen that all the students were outside the school fence at Sun School. Their school was forcibly closed by the landowner because the land where the school was built was classified as illegal. On the other hand, the school also has not paid the arrears. The principal and Mr. Safi then asked the landowner to compromise. However, the arrogant landlord actually humiliated the two teachers by saying that they were not carrying out their duties professionally. Annoyed by this statement, the principal then moved all the students to climb over the fence so that the school could reopen. Not only that, given a deadline of a week to pay off the debt, the principal and Mr. Safi then took the initiative to make a video containing an invitation to raise funds for Sun School from donors. The scene switches to Ali trying an electric drill to make his job easier. On the other hand, Hashim disagreed and suggested that Ali not use the tool because its sound is so loud that it can interfere with the excavation process. But Ali reasoned to use it at the right time. The next day, Mr. Safi showed the ability of Reza, Ali's friend who is also his student, in playing soccer through a video call with one of the Iranian football national team players. When he saw Reza, the national team player was fascinated and then invited him to join them so that Reza could be educated to become a professional player. Unlike Reza, who was so happy, Ali didn't seem to like it and even persuaded his friend to stay with him to find the treasure. However, Reza doesn't want to be like Ali, who pursues wealth. He chose to develop his talent. The day of the carnival performance arrived and was held on the school grounds of Sun School. All students looked enthusiastic, but not many donors attended the event. Even so, the event was still lively. Ali took this opportunity to drill holes in the basement with an electric drill. After the show, a commotion broke out. Mahmud's father demanded that Mahmud stop going to school and go back to work. While screaming, he threatened by holding a knife and pointing at the students there. Seeing Mahmud's father holding a knife, all the students and teachers who were at the scene immediately beat him. Mahmud could not bear but to follow his father's orders to leave school. On the other hand, Ali, who was concerned about this, could not do anything. Now it's just him and a bullfuzz. Next, a bullfuzz is sobbing when telling Ali that a police officer has caught Zara on the train and demanded a ransom, knowing that she is an illegal immigrant. Ali then went to Mr. Safi to save Zara. Long story short, Mr. Safi managed to get Zara out of the police station. When he was about to leave the police station, Mr. Safi found that Zara's hair had been shaved. Without thinking, he immediately escorted Zara to get into his car while he went back to the police and taught the bastard a lesson until he was battered. After that, Mr. Safi took Zara into his house. Zara looked at the mirror and cried because she had lost her hair. The scene then changes to a bullfuzz and Ali, who continue the excavation. Bullfuzz then told Ali that his family had decided to return to Afghanistan. As he had told Reza, Ali also wanted a bullfuzz to remain faithful to the end no matter what, because according to him, the excavation would be finished and they would be rich. However, a bullfuzz said that the decision was absolutely taken by his parents. After the two children continued their digging, Mr. Safar, the school caretaker, accidentally found out what they were doing. He was startled to find the basement wall had holes and scattered cables. He then asked them and was answered innocently by a bullfuzz that they were both looking for treasure. As a result of a bullfuzz's actions, Ali was forced to explain everything to Mr. Safar. Ali hoped that Mr. Safar would keep the secret and that he intended to give some of the treasure to Mr. Safar. However, Mr. Safar seems to have ignored Ali and wants to report the matter to Mr. Safi. When called into Mr. Safi's room, Ali looked panicked and worried. Unexpectedly, Mr. Safar was reluctant to tell this without explaining the reason. To repay his services, Ali went to Mr. Safar's house to thank him and discuss the transaction in return for treasure. He was greeted by Mr. Safar's wife, who said that her husband was not at home and she was not sure when he would return. The scene turns back to the basement where Mr. Safar was investigating an old alley to collect treasures himself. Unable to do so, he decided to stop and then invited Ollie in to help him continue the excavation. The next day, Ollie visited Zara's house, but the house looked deserted and uninhabited. His heart was broken remembering Zara and Abulfaz who had returned to their home country. Turning to Sun's school, Mr. Safi looks confused by the school bell that can't be used. It is different with Mr. Safi. Ollie actually understands that this is caused by the basement excavation. Not long after, the police came to arrest Mr. Safi. Apparently, the police who was beaten by Mr. Safi when he released Zara reported the actions of the school guardian. Ollie, who was touched, then comforted himself by returning to visit his mother. His mother looked much healthier than before. That little happiness pushed him to be more active in dredging the basement. Ollie heads to school upon his return from the hospital, continuing his mission alone. At that time, the instructions given by Hashim and his partners did not match the treasure map, thus requiring Ollie to redig the basement from a different side according to the advice given by Hashim. The scene switches to Ollie, who catches Hashim and his partner being detained by the police without any definite information. Meanwhile, Sun's school was also closed and taken over by the government because they could not pay the arrears. On the other hand, the case that ensnared Mr. Safi also triggered the school's disbandment. The series of bitter events that happened to Ollie made him sad because the people who understood him had left. Long story short, Ollie rerun the excavation until he managed to find an object like a yellow box. Unfortunately, when his hand reached the box, he realized that it was not gold as he expected but drugs. The story ends by showing Ollie lamenting his fate because he was tricked by Hashim. The moral that we can learn from the movie is that we should not seek or reach for something too high because anything excessive will usually end badly. In addition, we must always be vigilant and not easily trust those around us, trying to be kind by offering conditional help because they may just want to deceive us. Education is a major milestone in the fight against ignorance.